Hello, ladies, gentlemen, people. This is it. This is our last assignment here, so I just wanted to briefly kind of go over a couple of the units so you have kind of the big picture of where we have been this year. Our first unit was about matter. Matter cannot be created or destroyed, but it can change form. We did the water filter assessment with that unit. Unit 2 was the Inquiry Science Fair unit. We did several inquiries. We were asking and answering questions. We watched a video about sloths. We did the earthworm inquiry and the dry ice inquiry in class. You had to design and do your own experiment. That was for the science fair. Unit 3 was genetics. We talked about reproduction and the different ways that that can happen sexually and asexually. We talked about genes, DNA, traits. Both genetic, which are inherited, and learned, acquired traits. We extracted DNA from bananas. We used microscopes. We talked about genetic disorders. We did an activity called monster genetics, so you could see how genes are passed from parents to offspring. Unit 4 was called Earth, Space, Forces, and Motion. Here we learned Newton's 3 laws of motion. We did some speed calculations. We talked about dark matter, astrobiology, and we did an egg drop, sort of. We did one of the 2 drops. Unit 5, we did work of waves. The electromagnetic spectrum was covered. We talked about light waves, that's a transverse type wave, and a sound wave, that's a longitudinal wave. And Unit 6, we studied a little bit about weather and climate. We learned that the 2 words are not the same, weather versus climate, just looking at the 2 terms. We learned about the atmosphere a little bit, greenhouse effect, and just a bit about air pressure. So that's kind of our year in a nutshell. We did 6 units. We studied several different topics related to science. If you could scroll down, please, and complete the end of the year survey, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for everything this year. I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity